Microsoft Theater here in downtown Los Angeles. Brought to you by Shawn Porter Promotions.
And it hit today, too.
Live.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Got
It
the
did.
speaker on today.
Yeah. Cam mix and match today.
That's what's up. Welcome to the PorterWay Podcast. We live right now. Appreciate you guys for tuning in with us. We got a special guest I didn't tell y'all about because we ain't know.
I didn't know.
Killa.
Shawn, what's up, baby?
Oh,
Thank
you
you for
out
having
here.
me,
The
man.
fake head
Appreciate
shit.
it, man.
The fake
Appreciate
head.
it.
Kill nice
Thank
meeting
you,
you.
man. Appreciate you,
How
man.
you feeling, big dog?
I'm feeling good, man. Thanks for the invite, bro.
Man, listen, we offline, we were talking about your show. It seemed like as soon as y'all said we going,
Right.
everybody said like, let's go get them.
Right.
How's everything so far? How is it like, you know, this is a different beast than lights, camera, action, you know what I mean? How you like it?
I like it. I mean, like, you got to realize, not just, especially not sports, but me and Mace been in front of the camera since we was 19 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Since 1996, 97, Mace did his first video. I did mine in 1997. So being in front of the camera is no big deal. The reason we started the show was because I'd be arguing with niggas on the phone about sports. Everything's all sports. And when you look at the phone, but when you hang up, the shit said 2 hours and 29 minutes. I've been arguing with this nigga for 229 minutes. You go in the barbershop, you argue.
Yeah.
You go on the block, you argue.
Yeah.
You go to your aunt's house, you go to your uncle's house, you arguing about sports.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there saying to myself, I said, look, sports is always going to be debated. And what nobody has is what the dynamic, what I thought about bringing. When I say the dynamic is this, that you have niggas go get their microphone, get the mics and all that and set up and be in their bathroom or their kitchen or so on and so forth, right? So I said, let me build a professional set, buy my own equipment, buy my own cameras. I started shooting in Miami originally and do a professional setting, put the suits on, so when then you see it, you're like, oh, this is a nice set. And then we talk like niggas, like we regularly talk. So niggas is like, when I first did and they seen the set, they like, yo, who letting Cam curse on ESPN like this? They didn't know what it was. So that's how the show came about. But since we've been doing it, it's been great. Also, the different dynamic is that me and Mace wasn't speaking for like 15, 20 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, we were, like he's the one gave my deal and everything, and then we fell out. Yeah. Real public beef, never no physical shit, rap songs here and there. He got me on the last one. And people just seeing us reunite is dope. And our chemistry, like I know Mace since we was 10, 11 years old, so for us not to be speaking this long was kind of crazy. And then I felt like him giving me my record deal, and I could bring him to the table with this, and we be partners on it.
Bring back something to him.
Yeah, I felt like I owed that minimum to him. So
you gonna ambush him though?
As far as what?
You said he got you on the last one.
No.
That'd be wild.
I've been poking the bear for years, and he been ignoring me.
Yeah.
As far as records are concerned.
Yeah.
And he said enough's enough, and he got at me on the song, and it was a dope song. I'm throwing in the white flag on that. He won.
Yeah.
Hey man, the thing I love about y'all show is O.J. Simpson. I said, what brainchild thinks of going get O.J. Stay here. Yeah. Whatever. OJ stay out here, but who the hell thinks of go to get OJ Simpson but Cam and Mace?
Yeah, well, to be honest.
And you know it's ish.
Yeah. No, see, the thing about it with OJ is, and it was Mace's idea, but I tracked him down. I found out he lived out here. I knew some people that knew some people. OJ actually is supposed to come in, but you know where we're shooting at, they're like, it's just a distraction, and they didn't want him to come in. But he's been sensational on the show, but it was Mace's idea. I made some phone calls, tracked him down. We talked. It wasn't even a big decision. Once we got him on the show, once we talked, he was ready to do it. And what happens because of all the bullshit of what he was accused of, people forget his knowledge of football and what a great superstar he was. And, you know, a lot of people like, oh, how you have Cam, OJ on the show. OJ's funny as fuck.
I love it.
First of all, he knows his football. He's been in comedy, movies, television produced, NBC, Hertz commercials. His after football life is incredible, so he's real witty, funny on the show. And a lot of people will be like, how y'all do OJ on the show? Listen, I'm just going to knock the elephant in the room. The nigga was not guilty. So at the end of the day, you got public opinion can say whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
In the court of law, they said the man wasn't guilty. So he's on the show.
We
Let's
gonna
go.
move past that.
And it's Black History Month. That nigga ain't guilty.
Oh yeah, we ain't gotta
Come on.
I'm cool. I'm just telling you.
I'm gonna get you out of here, man.
No, I'm not no rush, bro.
Your lady is in the car, man. I gotta get you.
No, let's talk some whatever y'all was gonna talk about for a minute.
Bring up, he was in the boxing. Talk about Cam.
I want to know what y'all was gonna talk about.
We was gonna talk about
It's alright.
Ryan Garcia,
Yeah,
Devin Haney.
I want to talk about the shit y'all was
Okay,
gonna
okay,
talk
all
about.
right. So Ryan Garcia, Devin
Well,
Haney.
hold on now, because I was
What?
gonna bring you back.
No problem.
But we ain't. Yeah.
He said, "While you got me, let's go."
Yeah, we here.
All right, here. Let's talk that real quick. Ryan Haney, Ryan Haney, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney. Tell me what you think about this.
Do you think that was real? Like,
No, I don't think it was real because I don't think it was supposed to go to the push which Ryan did because you see both their entourages there. It's not that much yelling for one. Like if you my man and you yelling and something, I'm like, yo, let's get the fuck out of here or we gonna pop on them.
Yeah.
One or the other, like yo,
Too much talking.
It's too much talking, but
here's the bottom line.
got you.
And I love the way shout out to Marcus Hayes.
Fight
over
Hub
there.
TV.
Yeah, Fight Hub TV. He said it's a really buttoned up area.
Right.
I said, yeah, it's buttoned up. That wasn't supposed to happen.
Okay.
So like from a standpoint of them saying, let's meet here.
Right.
In the biggest place to be met at the moment.
Right.
But the energy was real.
Right.
You can't knock the energy.
I'm not knocking none of the energy. I'm just saying, if you already said they're supposed to meet up.
Yeah.
So if you know, if I'm telling, what I'm saying is they both got entourages. It wasn't like they just bumped into each other at Macy's.
Yeah.
They knew they was going to meet up with
It's
each
the
other.
boxing game. Like for us, we always know, like you throw the punch, you lose
No,
whatever's on the
you're
table.
100%
You know what I mean?
right. I agree with you. You know
Yeah.
better than me.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, y'all knew they was coming to see each other. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking the energy, but y'all niggas playing.
I felt like everybody was like trying to crack the code though. Was this set up? Was it
Right.
not something
Yeah.
like? It don't matter if it was set up. The energy was real.
The buzz is real behind
Right. I'm not mad at the energy whatsoever. I'm just saying if I know I'm coming to meet you, let's sell this shit. Like, yo, look, I'm not coming to meet you to whisper in your ear. I ain't coming here. If we going to meet up, let's sell this shit.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
absolutely, I believe the energy was 100% real.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like they were showing in the casino and bumped into each
Yeah,
other. That's
yeah,
what I was saying.
Yeah.
And Cam, you've been around a while. You know the most dangerous motherfuckers is the entourage.
Yeah,
They want to pop off.
Yeah, and not only that, or sometimes you got a good nigga and be like, yo, let's go. Even one or the other, but you see, soon as a push happen, everybody start jumping. You know what I'm saying? So,
Let's talk the X's and O's of that though.
yeah, of the fight, if they fight.
Yeah.
Look, a lot of people, and like I said, you're a better expert than me. I believe Devin looked really, really good in his last fight.
Yeah.
I think he lost to Lomachenko, my opinion. I don't think he won that fight.
Agreed.
As far as them two fighting each other, were they fighting at 140?
Yes, sir.
I'm not mad at it. I think it'd be a great fight. I think that Ryan knows how to sell a fight. I think that he's not Oscar De La Hoya, but you got that image to where you're like maybe a little baby golden boy. But, it isn't like we ain't see Tank knock your kidney off, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it made you quit in the middle of a fight. So when they
Knock your
arguing
kidney
about it,
off.
what I was going to say about what to you is, all these fucking sparring stories we hear about all these fighters. Oh, I beat you in sparring. I beat you in sparring. Oh, I fucked them up in sparring. We don't get to see that. And you may have more insight on that than me. Because Devin is like, I fucked Tank up in sparring. Or I did Tank will tell you, I fucked him up in sparring. I don't know. But if you got hurt by Tank, like we talking about Ryan, you quit, bro. You know what I'm saying? You quit. So at the end of the day, I believe one thing more than anything with this particular fight. I don't know who would win or who would lose. I didn't like the way Devin looked against Lomachenko. Loved the way he looked in his last fight. But the factor, and I'm not taking nothing away from nobody, especially a person like yourself, but Bill Haney is going to be in Devin motherfucking ear the whole fight. You ain't doing this, you ain't doing it. He got one of the best promoters in the world. And the reason I mention you because of your father. And I'm sitting there saying, this nigga Bill Haney, Devin don't really got to talk. This nigga talks and talks and talks and talks and talks. It don't matter who it is. I see them talking about Adrian Broner want to fight him. He said, you come to the fight. You won't be having gloves on. You can get popcorn out if you want. You can sell tickets. You're not going to be fighting. He's ready to fight Bernard Hopkins in the crowd. And Bernard Hopkins is pushing him. He's a marketing genius as well. But as far as who wins that fight, I'm going to go with somebody who's undefeated until they lose. So if I had to pick right this particular moment, I'm going to go with Devin Haney.
Put something on your mind, though.
Yes, sir.
Because I had this conversation earlier. Shout out to Anthony Peterson. We got on the line. And I told him, I said, listen, these kids got history going back to the amateurs.
Right.
And I understand they're far away from being 12, 11, 13 years old when they was fighting in the amateurs. You far away from that.
Right.
And then a lot of people who look at Ryan Garcia take a look at him quitting against Tank Davis.
Right.
And then you take a look at him, had a bootleg shoulder roll in the next fight, and it was like he couldn't put it together. He found that hook that he always finds, and that's all she wrote.
Right.
And so it's like, how can that version of Ryan Garcia beat a version of Devin Haney? I had him beating Lomachenko. When the fight ended, I had it 7-5 for Lomachenko, and I said, you know what? They're going to give it to Devin.
Right.
Then when I went back, I was like, you know what? He did enough to win that. It was 7-5 either way.
Right.
I had him win at 7-5. But you go off of that fight, and then you go into a fight with Regis Prograis, and I mean lights out from beginning to end. So look, you say, yo, this is a wash.
Right.
This dude longer than Tank.
Right.
He faster than Tank.
Right.
He got the footwork. There's no way Ryan Garcia touches him.
Right.
But here's the thing. They got history from the amateurs.
Right.
So it's things that Ryan may have experienced and knows from way back then that he can tap into.
Right.
It ain't nothing he could have tapped into against Tank.
Right.
We hear whatever happens. I got caught. It is what it is. But he's tasted the speed. He's seen the speed. He's tasted the power from Devin. I think he's going to come to the ring comfortable against Devin, confident against Devin. He got Derrick James in the corner now. So they working fundamentals and basics, you know what I mean? Right. I think that shoulder roll is not going to be there. If it is, it's going to be cleaned up. Guess what? He got with Mayweather for a little bit of time, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I think he coming to the ring prepared. It ain't 50-50.
Right.
It's 70-30.
75-25.
75-25 for Devin.
Right.
But don't be surprised if he able to push a button that we didn't see him push before against Tank Davis.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying, the button you pushing, once you got some quit inside of you, you always got quit inside of you. That's my thing. If I made you quit once, somebody made you quit once, I can make you quit again.
And that's my
point. It's just deeper.
And that's my
I can bring it out of you.
But that's my point. Like, I know you. I've been in the ring with you.
Yeah.
I know what I can do against you because I did it before. That gives him the confidence that will override the sense of I went down off of a body shot and I quit, you know?
Yeah, well, the thing about it is this, and you made some marvelous points. For me, as far as them fighting when you're 12 and 13 years old, that goes, it's like, because I played basketball. And college, well, I didn't get to play in college. I redshirted my first year and got kicked out and became a rapper. But just when you play basketball, all these elite basketball players, you're playing against them all the way to the pro level.
Yeah.
And I'll give you a great example. It was Tim Thomas, who's a basketball player, the #1 high school player in the country. And Kobe Bryant was just going crazy. He needs to play Tim Thomas in high school because I feel I'm number one. I feel I'm number one. They had a legendary game. And what happened is Kobe started passing Tim Thomas. Even though you know each other in high school or junior high school or middle school or whatever, sometimes other people put in more work than you do and become better than what they are when you was 12 and 13 years old. So I'm not discrediting them fighting when they were in the juniors or amateurs or sparring when they were younger, but these two grown-ass men.
No doubt.
So at the end of the day, all the time I have friends that play in the NBA, and I'll fuck with them on Twitter, whether it be Stephon Marbury or Shamgar or whoever, and I'll say, yo, Cam. I say, yo, Stephon Marbury, you know, he used to play in the NBA.
Yeah.
I'll say, Steph, I used to bust your ass in high school. And then he'll respond to me, he says, yes, and to this day, you're still a high school player. Damn. I said, you want...
people peak in high school?
Yeah. No, I never got past high school. I went to college. You know, I was fucking with him first. I deserved that. I said, you got it, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, so...
Let's talk real quick. Let Teofimo Lopez, he fought over the Thursday night against Jamaine Ortiz.
Right.
Tell us what you think about that.
I like see Teofimo. I about the fight. I didn't see the fight. I seen.
Oh, you didn't see it.
It was a letdown performance.
Yeah. And was it worse than Shakur's last fight?
No, it wasn't worse.
Okay, but
No.
Teofimo opponent was moving all fight.
Okay.
Never stayed there to fight. Anytime he got on the ropes, he got out of there. He got
Okay.
out of there. So Teo was chasing him for 12 rounds.
Okay, so it wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
You know, Shakur's fight was like super letdown. It's like it wasn't. That was Shakur's fault.
Take two though, y'all. Take two.
What's take?
Bruh, did you ever see anybody get away from me? Did
No,
anybody
this is
ever
true.
get away
This is
from
true.
me?
No, but see.
So here's the
Go ahead.
So while it takes two, and while this dude is moving around the fight and won't sit still the whole fight, but you can't get past it.
Yeah.
And on top of that, he giving you something on your way in. He giving you something on his way out. There's nothing you could do about it. I tell you what it is. The blitz, in the NFL blitz. He found that pitch back play, throw it down the field, touchdown. If you can't stop it, why would I pick another play? I'm not.
Right.
Force me to stop it.
Right.
But you look at somebody like me, I never let somebody just get away.
Right.
And so Tio was just one punch, two punch. All right, I'm going to walk you down. At what point do you say, yo, it's the 6th round, I can't just walk you down.
Right.
I got to come get you.
Right.
You know what I mean? There was no adjustments made the whole fight. Right. There wasn't true pressure put in front of Jamaine to force him into a corner on the ropes the entire fight.
Tell the 12th round.
I left.
You left? You left?
I left.
Yeah, he had a Shawn Porter 12th round.
Shut up.
See,
Swear to God.
You got to have a...
You're like Bosa on the offensive line for the 49ers.
What'd he say?
Bosa.
I don't know if you know Bosa.
Yeah.
He's an animal.
TJ Bosa?
On the 49ers on the defensive line. Like he attacks.
Nick Bosa.
Nick Bosa. Excuse me.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, what you got to realize is you've probably been taught how to cut the ring off. I didn't see the fight, but you know how to cut. Everybody doesn't know how to cut the ring off. There's several fights I've seen over the last 3 decades where that style goes, where you're boxing, you're staying away, and people don't know how to cut off the ring. Yeah. So you're dealing with that and trying to figure it out in a fight instead of being taught that before you go to a fight. Yeah, you're aggressive, you're fast, you know how to cut off the ring, so nobody's going to really get into that with you. Yeah. Secondly, a lot of people are scared to run into something. You know what I'm saying? With you had a great fight, you won. You beat Adrian Broner, but you ran into something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes niggas ain't always want to run into something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Playing around.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Around. Yeah, like, and I see your face, you was shocked. Yeah, but
hey, came out here.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on.
Yeah, no, I seen the fight because I was, I thought that was going to be a great fight. Yeah. You dominated the fight. Yeah, and I was like, crazy. Damn, this nigga dominated the fight. But, you got caught in the last round or 11th, 12th round, whatever round it was, and I'm like, everybody doesn't know how to get caught, doesn't know how to cut off the ring, and then they're scared to run into something. What's the guy, I'm so mad I can't even think of his name off the top of my head. He, to me, and I don't know what the judges was thinking.
Jamaine, you talking about Ortiz in this fight?
No, I'm talking about when Tank caught Homeboy and he ran into something.
Rolly.
It was Rolly. To me, Rolly was really aggressive in that fight against Tank.
He was winning that fight.
That's what I was saying to myself.
He got sleepy.
He ran into something. Yeah. You look at Pacquiao against Pacquiao against
I was about to say Rick had Marquez.
You run into something. And I'm not saying that's the fight because I didn't see the fight with Teofimo, but at the end of the day, niggas is scared sometimes. They want to fight their fight and scared to run into something. So that's just my opinion.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying these days kids don't want to be embarrassed.
Absolutely.
They do not want to be embarrassed.
If I want to see boxers fight, I go to Twitter. That's where all the fights is at right now. All the good fights is on Twitter.
You still watching World Star?
Yeah. No, I'm talking about these niggas arguing with each other all day.
You think the fight gonna be lit?
Yeah, it's never happens.
It turned out like Mayweather fights.
The real fights you want to see, they're typing. That's the fights.
So all that being said, I'm getting you out of here after this.
Yes, sir.
Tell me one fight you really want to see, like in this near future.
The fight I want to see right now, and I don't know how it's going to happen or if it's going to happen or what weight class it would be Terrence Crawford and Canelo. That's the fight that I would love to see. I don't know how they would figure it out money-wise. Yeah. I don't know what weight class they would meet at. But to me, that's the fight I kind of want to see the most right now. I'm tired of playing with the trio between Tank, Shakur, and Haney. Now Ryan's in the mix. I've been wanting to see them guys fight for years. It's, you know, one thing after another. So I don't even want to get my hopes high on making that happen. I'd rather tell you who I want to see this year. If I had to pick somebody this year, it would definitely be Terrence Crawford, Canelo. Wow. And I don't know how that will work.
Hell of a fight.
Yeah, I don't know what weight, how the money works, who's the A. Well, you know, Canelo's going to want to be the A side, et cetera, et cetera. But if I had to pick a fight and I want to see, that's the fight that I want to see.
I think that
Canelo's last fight, pardon me, homie from Dallas let me down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You talking about Charlo?
Yeah, Charlo let us down. Errol Spence, I think Errol Spence needs to have a couple tune-up fights before he goes right back and fights Crawford. So as a boxing fan, I don't want to see tune-up fights. If I want to pick and you're asking me who I want to see today, those were the two fighters.
Yeah, he crazy enough. He talking about he'll go to 168, Crawford.
Yeah, that's the shit I'm talking about. Yeah.
He crazy.
You
ever met
that's
Crawford?
the shit
Yeah, he crazy. Yeah. He that old school type of fighter.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? We had to pick and choose before the fight came on who we was going with. And I was like, this Errol and Crawford I'm referring to. And I'm like, this is too close to call. At the time it was. And I'm like, this is close. So I said, last minute, I said, I'm going with Errol. And Mason, like, I'm going to go with Crawford. And we all know what happened at the fight. So I seen him actually at the fight. I seen your dad at the Canelo and Charlo fight. Yeah. And I seen him. I'm like, Crawford, what up? He like, I'm like, oh, this nigga seen my
prediction. No.
That's
him.
him.
One of these.
That's him.
I said, oh, I don't got time for crying. Yo, my bad, bro. I didn't know. I didn't know what the fuck was going to happen. So those are two people I would love to see fight.
You know what? Y'all just like each other.
Yeah.
You and Terrence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Hella petty.
Yeah.
And he ain't going to let shit go.
Yeah, I seen him after the press conference yelling at, nah, don't ask me no questions.
Yeah.
You pick every person. So.
Yeah. You going to see him next time you see him out here, he gonna be trying to play you in some basketball. So
really?
get ready for that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get ready for
Anytime.
that.
I'm a Bud fan. I just went the wrong last minute.
Listen, man, I appreciate your time. We'll be
Anytime,
in touch,
man.
big dog.
Definitely,
all the good stuff,
bro.
man. I love you for coming in.
No problem, man. It's a
Cooling
pleasure,
with
man.
us for a minute.
Anytime, man.
Courtney Jones said he or she is a big fan. Excuse me, unisex name. I'm pretty sure it's a man, but I'm not.
You
sure.
don't know that.
No, I swear it's a unisex name.
You can't say I'm for sure it's a man.
Yeah,
All the Courtney's up. No way.
Small business owner, you and Dame motivate me. That's what's up. So
You talking to me?
All right, Courtney, I'll make sure I get him that whole message. Crawford will get knocked out against Canelo.
Oh man, I don't know about that. I'm rolling my dog.
Yeah, you got to.
Rolling my dog.
You got to.
Crawford Canelo.
I thought about that though, man.
We gonna Crawford Canelo?
Yeah. We gonna switch.
You might have come
for a
out of
hot
retirement and sparring for that one.
Whew.
Now you can portray Canelo, can't you?
I did that for somebody I felt like I did.
Oh, and they lost. They lost. They lost.
Okay.
They lost. It wasn't.
Come on now, we know his record.
Mayweather.
Yeah, we know his record.
It wasn't Bebo.
We know his record. He's silly for that.
I can't call it.
He's silly for that. You know, I ain't even gonna touch it, man. Because I just don't think that fight happens. And excuse me, Terrence has been pretty.
Nah, that's gonna happen.
Pretty clear about what it. Nah, it ain't gonna happen.
Why you always? Hey, Shawn is the reason why stuff don't happen in boxing.
It ain't gonna happen.
You always sitting down. I'm about to go back in your career and say fights ain't gonna happen. And shut down. I'm going back in your career and I'm gonna shut down fights.
I made it all happen.
Thurman Porter ain't happening.
Yeah, Thurman Porter was always gonna happen.
Hey, I think out of all your fights, when you talk about people moving, I think that he probably moved the most. He moved a lot that fight.
Oh yeah.
Boxed great off the back foot.
Yeah.
But I was just, it was thinking in my mind. Yeah. Anybody that moves.
It wasn't too many guys that like as a pro that I fought that were like movers. My whole entire amateur career was everybody was on the move.
Oh, for real?
That was how if you was gonna beat me, that was how you beat. Yeah, okay. That was how you was gonna beat me. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody from the amateurs, man. Most of them didn't get away either.
Anybody in the pros that fought like that in your early career that you remember and like, oh, that's frustrating.
That's what I'm talking about.
I gotta stay locked in.
I never got that.
Nah. Oh, okay.
Nah. Shout out to Julio Diaz, man. He was the first one that really challenged me.
Okay.
Yeah, that challenged me and made me really tighten up and think about what I was gonna do moving forward as a fighter.
I think that was one of the biggest. I don't think we ever touched that fight, but I think that taught you a lot in your career, Shawn. It was the veteran. You was coming up.
Oh yeah.
Got a draw.
If speaking truly, that was the first like moment for me.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a total of 3 moments in my career,
Mm-hmm.
and you guys can watch it when my
You got super chats?
drops, so.
Because I don't got them. I don't understand how you got them, and I don't.
I got Matt Borgeson. He said, I don't appreciate when the fans attack some of these fighters for their performances. They put their lives on the line for our entertainment. Props. Agree 100%. But when you are looking at a fighter, and let's go back to the fans real quick. I think something my dad used to always tell me, people have short-term memory in boxing. They only remember the last thing you did.
Yeah.
And so when people saw this lights-out performance against Josh Taylor, we expected much, much more than what you gave us. And on top of that, I've been saying on this podcast for a long time, you got to promote both sides. Mm-hmm. You call this the showman is back, or the showman returns, or something like that. Promote the other side.
My man, no love.
Yeah, tell people what can truly happen. And that's why you need to come here to the PorterWay Podcast. I'm going to give you both sides of the game. I'm going to tell you what I just do about Ryan Garcia. I'm going to look at a way to make you guys think that, hey, this fight could be something that that I didn't know it could be. I said that about Jamaine Ortiz and Teofimo Lopez. I said, you know what? I think Jamaine will win about 4 rounds, but I think this fight goes the way that it's supposed to go. I got an 8 for Teofimo. I said maybe 7-5. I just thought that at some point Teo was gonna make an adjustment, take control, things like that. No, I did not know that Jamaine Ortiz was going to move as much as he did. Yeah. But it's like, it's a part of the game.
It's working. Yeah.
My feet work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Your feet work too.
Your feet work. Your feet work too. Stop it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that didn't happen. But to your point, a lot of people, when they see that primetime performance and they don't see it in the next one, they be let down.
Matt got another question above. You missed it.
Matty.
You missed the orange one.
Love your stream and appreciate the gloves and autograph picture of yourself as a kid.
Oh,
I have it hanging in my living room. Oh, that's love right there. Quick thing about Teo. I didn't like his performance, but I am still a fan. Always will be. You gotta be. Mm-hmm. You gotta be, because this is what we know about Teo. He's inconsistent, you know?
When he shows up, he shows up.
But I still think that there was just this small little wrinkle in this fight right here, which separated him winning and losing the fight. I think a lot of people thought that he lost the fight. I thought he lost the fight. The small wrinkle is just being able to be more aggressive. Mm-hmm. The other thing I really wanted to see him do, stand in the middle of the ring. You're a natural counterpuncher by nature. Like you quick off the draw and you're explosive.
You have to go get him.
If you stand in the ring, that bouncing around stops.
Yeah.
If I pursue you, you move. If I stay here, you come to me. You know what I mean? So
that's a horrible fight, though.
How?
What if that guy never comes?
No. He was coming.
Oh, he was eventually going to come?
He was coming, yeah.
Because one time Teo got in the middle and just said.
But how many times did he do that? And how long did he wait?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Patience is important in this game. Pride
is one of the biggest things in the boxing ring, because pride will get you knocked out, but pride will also get you the result you need. You know what I mean?
And shout out to our boy Matt, Nav's Fight Media. He told me before the fight, and man, I got Ortiz winning. I'm like, I don't know, man. That last performance versus Taylor, he's like, yeah, Jamaine Ortiz is a tough fighter. And as he was telling me that, I'm thinking to myself, they're not promoting him at all. Case in point, what Shawn said. You got to promote both sides. Don't just push one side so much. Yeah. You know, in a lot of your fights, they had to talk about you.
Yeah.
90% of the time, Shawn was the B side.
Yeah.
But you had to show Shawn Porter respect.
Yeah.
Just do your as a promoter.
As a promoter, do your job.
Shawn, they had like this 24/7 type series. I don't know what Top Rank is on YouTube. About 20 minutes. Jamaine, out that 20, Jamaine got 5.
I thought she was gonna say 2.5.
Yeah, it was bad, but it's like,
you
going over there to see what he's doing. All right, back to Teo for 5-10 minutes. But it was just the promotion was bad.
You guys get one more.
Yeah, I got him. Lex Parker.
Yes.
Okay.
Porter, you had the well-defined boxing skills, but you really had no problem upping the violence in the ring.
Up in the violence.
Who is the most violent boxer today?
Ooh. What you talking about? The one that killed somebody. Mateus. What's his name? I'm scared of him right now. That dude at the bottom right there.
No, he did.
Yeah. Yes, he got the body.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he beat it.
He's violent.
Yeah.
But his violence is a little bit different from my kind of violence.
That's crazy. I'm scared.
Tank Davis has a violent. He got a weapon, or he got weapons. He ain't firing off a lot, but he violent when he really do explode and let go. You know what I mean?
Besides the last performance, Deontay Wilder, super violent.
Too.
And he hit somebody one time and I caved in.
Isak Cruz.
I was just about to say Isak. Is he violent?
Is he violent?
Isak is the most violent fighter in the game right now. He gotta be.
Okay, what y'all think? The most violent in the game.
Yes,
Isak Cruz.
I was about to say Isak. Yeah, I think Isak is the most violent in the game right now.
Okay, all right. Okay, that's violent.
Oh, you got. I ain't doing this for the kudos, but anyway, that boy violent.
Yeah, anyway.
That boy is violent. How he says
Crawford violent? He stopped everybody. He cleaned up 147. Yeah. He went up there and cleaned it up.
Yeah.
I know you was on the other side of the murder case, but he went over there and cleaned up 147.
So here, we gonna
violence
do this.
Is crazy. That's a crazy word.
We're gonna do this, then we're gonna move forward. So like when we talk about violence, when we talk about violence, it's like your nature in the ring, right? Mm-hmm. So Crawford would have a violent mindset.
Yeah, he looked
but
crazy.
He's still very, very precise and clean, and then he gets violent when he needs to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, there's definitely violence in him. Isak Cruz, somebody from beginning to end, seek and destroy. I'm a missile. That's the kind of violent that our dear friend Lex is talking about right there.
One.
We got all right. Y'all need to
No. Keep it going. I don't know why he says that.
Off topic.
Let's go, Matt. What you talking about?
Off topic, but we all know. Yeah, shout out Matt Bergeson, man. We appreciate you. We all know that Tank is potentially in negotiations with Ben at welterweight, but personally, I prefer him to fight. Yeah, that's the one kid. Santillan. Or fight Matias at 140. Santillan beat the Roach. I'm pretty sure. I'm sure he beat Roach, right? Rocha, not Roach. Rocha. Alexis Rocha.
Giovanni Santillan. Look.
Yeah, I think he just beat Rocha. Yeah, he just beat Alexis Rocha. Bruh, that boy was impressive.
I think we were blown away, right?
I was blown away. I didn't. It was like reversed. Like, and the dude can box too. So definitely, what's his name? Giovanni Santillan. Shout out to him. I definitely want to see him back ASAP. And wow, like,
Benavidez violent and smart.
Yeah, this is violent and smart. There you go.
Yeah, so I'm gonna credit somebody in the chat. I ain't say that.
I know you did.
But
no. What I was about to say, because we got to answer this real quick. Tank is gonna do what he want to do. I think Matias, and I know y'all gonna feel like I'm backpedaling. I think Matias is the most dangerous fighter at 140.
Okay,
I do. I think it's gonna take a whole lot to beat him. Of course, we could talk about the Devin Haney speed. I think there's still going to be some adversities there for Devin Haney with the speed and the foot movement, the quickness and things of that nature. Doesn't appear to be a fighter that will slow down, and also it doesn't seem like his power decreases as the fight goes on as well.
Tank Davis?
No. Matias.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When it's all said and done, when it's 2 or 3 years, we actually get everybody at 140 finally cleaned up. I think the last man standing is the little man. Tank Davis
at 140.
140. My thing is, people always like, all he got is power. That boy can box.
He can box.
They haven't even seen it yet, Sean.
Nobody forced him to box.
Yeah, that's that. Now, I think him and the more I'm starting to watch Haney, well, Shakir just got to get back in the ring. We know how much blessing he is in boxing skills. Yeah. But right now, we just seeing Haney because he's competitive and always fighting. I think that's gonna be that sells the strip out.
Which one?
That Haney tank.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then you got Bill behind it talking his talk.
Yeah.
Coach Cal gonna talk.
Yeah.
That's gonna be we ain't gonna be able to get in the building that night. Nobody loves us.
I think, man, wow. At 140, when it's all said and done, it's Tank the guy, the last one standing.
Who you got? Last man standing. T.O. Tank.
God,
hey, I'm tired. Shakur, I'm not leaving you at 135. Get your ass up here. Shakur, Haney, Matias, and isn't there somebody else up in there? Why am I tripping? Shout to Rolly.
We had a little transition at 140 because of Teofimo winning the fight, but looking the way that he looked. So he still is no longer the number one guy for me at 140, even though he won the fight. Devin Haney is now clearly the number one.
They just swap positions. 1, 2. They're going to be battling. Yeah. T.O. show back up in 6 months. I mean, in a couple of months, put on a master class and like, T.O. But, hey, Shawn, so let's talk about the T.O. fight. Shawn left early to beat traffic and beat fans. He ain't a fight for the people no more. He let it go when he retired.
I didn't see one fan walking out, big dog. We made it happen.
I know. I'm saying you usually supposed to stay for the fans, take all the pictures. Shawn left before the 12th round, but that 12th round is I wish T.O. would have started in the 10th.
Wow.
He was on his ass, Shawn, hurting him, buzzing him.
Shut up.
Hey,
why you ain't say that?
You was with your lady. Yeah. First off, you gotta respect people's time with their lady.
You just not telling me.
Yeah, Shawn. The 12th round, he was moving, but he was banging him. Anywhere he goes, he was right on him, just hurting that boy. That round alone, damn near. Hey, I'm like, if it was close,
that fight.
He definitely
that round won him the fight.
Yeah, it could have been a 10-8. You said you had it. It was about to get a 10-8 versus Adrian Broner, but it didn't happen. Hey, shout out to the judge that said he didn't have you as a 10-8.
Yeah, we still got that somewhere.
But that could have he demolished him that round. But yeah, I wish he would have started that earlier. It's just like that T.O. right there in the 12th round is the T.O. I thought was gonna get all night, and I thought he would eventually get Jamaine out of here or just dominate the fight. But I think it's stuff he has to go back to the lab
because when you do that in the last round of the fight.
You knew you had to go get
it. A lot of times, what people would say was he knew he had to go get it, or he knew he needed that round in order to win the fight. He knew he needed the knockout in order to win the fight. But it's still the thing. Like, you got to take a look at that. If you guys knew that was the adjustment that needed to be made in the 12th round, why didn't y'all make that adjustment sooner?
The 9th,
because
10th.
every single round went the same. And that was the only round that looked different between that round and
like he clearly won
the whole fight.
Clearly won.
Yeah,
wasn't even close.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but shout out T.O. Who'd you like to see T.O. next? Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna ask you about Ortiz. Who you want to see him win in the ring with next?
Jamaine Ortiz. I was thinking Jamaine Ortiz. Devin Haney. Devin Haney already got something big coming up.
Yeah.
So Jamaine Ortiz. I'm trying to think. 140 top rank.
That was another thing that even though I lost fights, like I that was kind of like in terms of no, none of the fights that I was in that I lost was like that.
The problem with Jamaine Ortiz, that performance he gave us don't make us want to see him.
That was what I was.
So that was if I'm Bob Arum, I'm like, I don't try to bring the BS of a boxer, but if I'm gonna do the BS, it's gonna be the BS because why am I gonna let you steal the title, get the titles, and then you fought like this? Like, come on, Jamaine. But so I think that's probably why it's hard for me to find somebody from the fight. It's 140. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Well, let's lead this into the question that was asked. Matt Bergerson again. He wants us to know what fights we want to see in 2024, 2025. So go ahead and start with Teo.
Fight for Teo in 2024, 2025. Devin Haney. I want to see Devin Haney versus Teo.
I do too.
I want the best Teo to show up that night. I want the best Haney to show up that night.
Yeah.
I want the Dash to talk that ish for 2 months, go back and forth. What's Mr. Teofimo,
Lopez?
Mr. Lopez name?
Senior?
I need you to get a guy that can shoot cameras and edit like Bill Haney. Bill Haney got a hell of a team over there.
Yeah.
My man Bill Haney putting videos out. It was hilarious. Yeah. But Bill Haney knows how. Hey, I'm just working. I'm like, Shawn, what beef you got me in? Ain't Shawn beef my beef, so it is what it is. But that's gonna be a hell of a build up. I'm looking forward to that. Who else?
I'm in a good mood, so I'm not.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Not gonna bother
And
with
it's
that.
Black
I'm in a
History
good
Month. You
mood.
see my shirt? Okay, let's keep the.
You're the only one I know really celebrate Black History Month.
I'm black.
Last year we were really trying to get the kids like, how can we,
Oh no, my kid's very black.
in the house
No,
get more like this Black history going in my
I
house.
was about to say I was trying to show you what my kid got on today.
Shout out to Big E. He has a cartoon that he's trying to get off the ground. Hasn't gotten off the ground yet. I hit him up last year. I said, "Yo, is your cartoon that? I want to show my kids." So Black History, Big E is involved in a cartoon animated series involving Black history. So you guys be sure to look out for that.
Scratch everything. I'm cutting Shawn out. Scratch all that. It's called Our Heroes. We watched it with my kid. He was entertained by it. It's actually out. You can watch it on YouTube.
It is?
Yes. So
I didn't know it was out.
Shout out to
Our Heroes.
Our Heroes.
You said our Heroes.
Oh, okay, Our Heroes. You know, I'm from Louisiana.
All right, shout them out on the IG. What's the IG? Like Our Heroes.
Our Heroes rock.
Our Heroes rock. Check that out. Shout out to Big E, Andres Hale.
Yeah.
Everybody over working that bad boy. I didn't know it was out. So.
Yeah, it's about 10, 15 minutes on YouTube. Check it out, man. Have your kids watch it. The family's watching it. Family that's teachers got the kids watching it. We sharing it around. But yeah, it's definitely ready to go. When you go home, have your kids watch it.
I'm gonna preview an episode right here live on the PorterWay Podcast.
Oh, you about to do this right now?
We're gonna do an episode, then we're gonna talk about it next week because you love Black History Month. So I ain't even.
I'm black, but
that's
why you keep hitting me with this?
Because you do.
Okay. That's for.
You be so quick with some Black History Month type stuff. What other fights you want to see? We gotta hit this for Matt Bergeson. What other?
Fights I want to see? I want to see Canelo. I want to see Canelo Crawford.
You do want to see that?
I want to see it. I want to see Canelo Benavidez. I want to see.
We won't get either of those, so there's that.
We won't get none of those.
Neither of those.
Okay, I want to see Fury Usyk. I want to see. I want to see Devin Haney versus Tank. I want to see Tank versus Shakira. I want to see Tank versus Leo. Tio. I want to see Tank versus Matez. I want to see Tank back.
You want to see Tank?
Yeah, the Tank man been in the ring before. Very entertaining for me because I know what I'm gonna get at the end of the day. You know, I also want to see Wilder back in being Wilder.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to Malik. You know, Malik is an expert.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you gotta let Wilder be Wilder.
Can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Yeah, he just gotta let Wilder be Wilder, and I think that's what that's what I know is the last fight out. It's just very hesitant. Besides that, I mean, you know, we can go on forever. It's boxing, man. We beg for fights every year.
Here's my answer. I'm looking forward to the Olympic Games, the Summer Olympic Games boxing in the Summer Olympic Games.
You come back out of retirement for the
I'm not
Olympics?
coming out of retirement to fight, but I should be doing some commentary for the Olympic Games. So
Okay.
that's what I'm looking forward to seeing. America will have some golds coming back this year, so I'm excited about that.
Didn't we win some golds last year?
No, we had a couple silvers and some bronzes. Quinn S. Many promises, in quotes, many promises. They landed the same amount of punches in the 12th round.
What? I gotta go back and watch that. I don't know. He dominated. Go back and watch the 12th round. I don't care if they landed the same round of punches. They were damaging, okay? Shawn landed the same round of punches with somebody.
All right, let me ask this question.
What?
Then we moving off of Teofimo Lopez and Jamaine Ortiz. What he did in the 12th round,
Yes.
if he had done that throughout the fight, do you think Jamaine would have been able to handle it?
No. Eventually would have broke him down. And I'm pretty sure Teo realized that too.
Pressure bursts pipes.
Yeah.
Syncope Bane. Oh yeah, shout out to Syncope. I've seen him on here before. Shawn, what boxing shoes do you recommend for training, fighting, both? Oh, there it is. I don't know how to read that.
Hold on. Landed. Okay. Lopez 15. Oh, the 15? Okay. Nah, it didn't seem like that, okay? I was there live. Okay? I got my own box ready.
Because you was hyped up. I bet you was out of your seat, wasn't you? Come on, get him. Stumping that big ass foot. Come on.
Nah, man. Spanking. Shout out to Spanking 9.
Cool?
We were just chilling. Yeah, we were just
cool.
chilling. I was like, Tio, yeah, this is what we needed. But nah, I felt. I mean, it's also different when you rooting for that side, man.
As far as the boxing shoes, ones that you can, the shoes you can get. You can get some off the Everlast website. They got good boxing shoes. I had you go back and watch my fights, especially my late fights. I had some tailor-made type Asics stuff. So that was a connection that I had. But good boxing shoes, I would say Everlast. Yeah, Everlast shoes. Let's move it. Let's keep it moving. Matt Bergeson. As we are somewhat aware, the next major fight is between Ngannou, Joshua. I'd like to hear your thoughts about the fight. He likes Ngannou on the fight.
I may like Ngannou on the fight, Sean. Hey, by knockout. Sean, you can't go against the sport of boxing?
It's not that I can't go against the sport of boxing because I don't feel like I am, but
Okay.
I just the way that Anthony Joshua just fought in his last fight, I feel like that's who he's gonna be in the next fight.
Okay.
And it don't matter who's standing across from him.
But then we take what Francis
And he got
did.
somebody he need. Y'all don't know the game. He needs somebody in front of him.
And
movers.
Francis gonna be there?
The
Francis gonna be there?
He gonna be there. He don't know how to move.
Yeah, but he knows how to knock you out.
Anthony Joshua by knockout.
I'm going with the black one. It's African. It's Black History Month.
I'm going with the black one. You sound like, shout out to Alex. You sound like Alex. He ain't pick one.
No, I'm
pick
picking
one.
the real black one, Francis.
You can't. All right, we moving past that. We can't do that.
Hey, somebody just said something wild to me in the thing. Hey man, I can still be. You know who I'm talking to. I can still be supportive of blacks. Okay, I can be proud of Black History Month. That's all I'm gonna say. You know who I'm talking to. All right, we're gonna go on. We got Haney, Garcia, Canelo announcement. What was the Canelo announcement? I felt like I heard it, but I felt like I heard nothing.
He was talking about possibly fighting, or I don't know if he was talking about, but I heard that the fight between Jaime Munguia and Canelo Alvarez.
You going down the wrong
happening.
He's going down the wrong lane.
But
he said he's not fighting a Mexican.
Okay, but I also did hear that Jamal Charlo was possibly gonna take that fight, and like I said to y'all before, like that was what it was supposed to be. So I don't know, man. We hearing some rumors. I don't know how that made the list because
What happened?
what in the hell?
Hey,
Why you playing that?
Don't worry about it. It's not on. It's not on. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. You good. Just keep.
But it's on.
No, it's not. I'm on you right now. It's good. I'm just getting it set up.
we
Don't
good,
worry about
we
it.
good,
Don't
we
worry
good.
about it.
Hey, I was dying.
I said this.
Hey, all right, keep going.
I was ready for it,
all
but
right, cool.
I'll keep my energy where it's
yeah,
at.
we
Yeah.
good. We good.
Matias to the zone. Why did you write this stuff?
Just give us some
Just
stuff
to
to talk about.
give you some stuff to work with,
Yeah.
man.
Let's talk about the Super Bowl because I don't
All
want to
right,
talk about.
yeah. All right, we're gonna wrap it up with the Super Bowl.
Yeah, let's wrap it up with the Super Bowl.
Oh man, I went to the Super Bowl. I won some money on. I bet money on the fights. Keyshawn Davis by knockout. Tio that will go to decision. Boom, hit that, cashed out. I said, I'm not going to get the money. I'm going to roll into Super Bowl. They said, who you going to bet on? I was like, the quarterback that I know that's going to win it.
Yeah.
I was super nervous. Never seen the hell of a Super Bowl, man. He didn't get the over 89 yards that we thought he was going to get. McCaffrey. They should have kept running McCaffrey. That's a bad white boy.
They should have kept running him, right?
Yeah.
I was hoping I didn't miss that, but I felt like they underutilized him in this game.
Yeah. It's,
The first so I was right on a couple of things. I didn't bet on it, but I knew the 49ers were going to win the toss. I bet on the fun stuff, you know what I mean? The stuff that I won't be mad if I lose. But I also they ran him in the first series.
he fumbled, but still.
The play right before they snapped the ball, I said he gonna fumble, and he fumbled.
Oh, okay. Why didn't you bet that?
Can you bet that?
Yeah, you can bet anything.
Yeah.
First one
I hated to see the 49ers drop this one, man.
Nah, man. Being the, we was nervous. Shout out to Deck. He was at the house watching it. Drew, Gorman, Dad, Alex was at the house. But the thing that threw me in the end of the overtime, Sean, I'm like, yeah, if y'all don't score, the time runs out, it's over.
Yeah.
So I'm like, call timeout. It's 7-6.
Yeah.
They hiked the ball. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? But the defense the 49ers was playing. Sean, when you're inside in the red zone, it's bump and run, baby. You can't be playing soft defense.
Yeah.
And he's playing against Pat Mahomes. You can't. If I'm the 49ers, I give Pat the ball first. Then see what we got to do. You can't leave Pat with the ball last.
Yeah. Wow.
And shout out to my man that blew the block on the third down and had to kick the field goal in overtime.
Sound said the 49ers, they were unaware of the rules at the end in the overtime.
It's not my problem.
Super Bowl overtime. Yeah. But the Chiefs were. So my question is, have you heard whether or not that swayed their decision to get the ball first?
Oh, no. I mean, I guess with them saying they ain't know, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe. But, yeah, it's not. I mean, I don't know if you ever went to overtime in high school.
No.
We went to overtime, and my coach explained us right on the tee. Like, we both get chances. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's just stuff you should know. You're getting paid millions.
The game was low scoring, but there was some fun moments in the game.
It was a hell of a Super Bowl.
And you said this is your second time saying that. You
Super
really
Bowl.
thought it was a hell of a Super Bowl.
How you feel about Usher?
That's what you thought was a hell of a.
No, the women was looking at that. I was just.
Well, I mean, just the halftime.
I thought it was a hell of a. It was competitive.
The game.
Yes.
The game was competitive.
That's what I want.
But it wasn't low.
Oh, it was a hell of a Super Bowl.
You need some LeBron, moments. You know?
had Pat Mahomes.
We had a couple of LeBron moments. I think we just needed some more LeBron moments. Shout out to LeBron James. Holla at you, boy.
One day we'll get LeBron on the show. You got one more before we get out of here.
All right.
We'll get this one in. Then we headed out of here.
You cut off after this.
No, shout out to Matt.
It's pure craziness to me that Canelo would choose to pick the mentally unstable Jamal Charlo to fight if that's the case. Munguia is the better option. Munguia from a standpoint of competition could be the better choice, but I think the results the same. I think Canelo's will clean them both up. So we all know what we want Canelo to do.
Yeah.
I know it ain't happening.
Go get Big B. Go get Big B. But shout out to we got some boxing this week. O'Shea Foster back in the
nice.
He back in the ring this week. So that guy that's supposed to be a good fight between him and
O'Shea's at 130 now.
Who's this dude fighting?
Tall 130 fighter.
Nova? Oh, Nova.
Oh yeah, Abraham Nova.
Yeah, that's set up to be a good fight. So. Bruce Carrington's back in the ring. Shout out to our boy Shoo Shoo. Tiger, all the young cats. Oh, one guy ain't on there I've been looking for. The Sway guy.
The Sway guy. You talking about Zayas.
Yeah, Xander.
Xander.
I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Get out of here. We had a good show. We had Cam come on. That was unexpected.
I feel like you holding us away from something. What's going on right now? You never wrapped the show. That's number one. You've literally never wrapped the show. You gotta get home.
Nah, I got food poisoning right now. But it's not funny. It's not funny.
We 53 minutes into the show.
It's not funny. Oh, we gotta go. We gotta go to at least an hour.
We don't have to.
All right, cool. We can keep going.
No. This is hilarious.
What? I got food poisoning right now. I don't even know how I'm going with this much energy. I was literally on the couch in a curl position 2 hours ago.
Well, here, let's do this. Let me show my Super Bowl festivities, and then we will get out of here.
Okay.
You're right, man. Let's get out of here. Just wanted to shout out comedian Mike P.
Okay.
He hit me up on Friday night, asked me if I wanted to go to Magic Johnson's Super Bowl party.
Okay.
And that was Friday night.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, no doubt. Like, make it happen. He put us on the list. We got there. I'm red carpet ready. And we go to check in, and they tell me that my name ain't on the list.
Love it, because he's done that to me before. I love when you feel like that.
So, but the guy says that over there is the lady who's orchestrating everything. You talk to her, and maybe she'll be able to work something out for you. We went over there and spoke to her, and she was just absolutely amazing. Wish I remembered her name. But she got us on the carpet. We walked the carpet, and then we went upstairs, and we had a nice, quick, little eventful evening. My dad went with me, and also my wife.
Okay.
And I had the opportunity to meet Magic, and had the opportunity to meet Shannon Sharp.
Okay. Shay. You going on the
man.
show? You got to bring some drama though. You want to bring some nonsense?
I'm too clean for that.
I'll go over there and talk with my brother or something.
But he was mad cool. Show Jerome real quick. Show the bus real quick.
The bus. Hey, could you tackle him?
Now?
No, I'm just saying. He was still solid.
No, I wasn't tackling the bus.
The bus got a son that plays football,
I
Sean.
wasn't tackling the bus.
That's the truth.
Here's the truth. Man gets off the elevator, right?
Okay.
And we out. We at the elevator waiting to leave. He gets off the elevator. My dad says, "The bus." And he recognizes my dad. He said, "What's up?" Then he turns and sees me. And he says, "Yo, Sean, what's up?" And I said, "You know who I am?" He said, "Yeah, man, I'm a fan." I said, "Shut up." He said, "No, I am a fan." I said, "Man, I'm a fan." He said, "No, you ain't." I said, "Yes, I am." So we had that fun moment. But here's why I bring this up. And I'm probably going to use this as the motivational message.
I got one more before you get out of
there. Okay, well then, Oba?
No, we got a super chat.
Oh, stop!
Bathroom Sales Direct. Love from Down Under, boys. I think that's Ozzy.
Yeah, it's Ozzy. Yeah.
What's Ozzy?
I did an interview with Tim Zoo this morning. I hope, what's his name? Bathroom Sales Direct. Hope you guys see it over there. Hope you enjoy what Tim and I did. It'll probably be on soon, and that was a fun interview that I did with Tim this morning.
Hey, man, shout out to my boy Naeem and Spank. We was together, sit together for the fight and was together. Why people was coming up to us, Kevin Hart boys and Sean Porter boy. What type of random? I'm like, y'all can't just say it. And there was a lot of people doing that.
Wow.
I'm like, y'all don't know our names?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Funny.
One dude said, this is a random hookup I never thought I'd see.
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever, but hey, I'm used to it. I've been on vacation with my family. I get off the plane, they looking for you.
Yeah.
I'm like, he ain't coming, bro.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, stay here. He'll be here like 5-10 minutes.
That's funny. Listen, I want to use this as the motivational message. Pull up the bus again for me real quick. So, we had that fun interaction telling each other that we were fans of one another. And I just took the moment, a lot like the moment I took with Marvin Hagler back in the day, for my first time shaking his hand. I said, if I could, I got to tell you a quick story if it's okay. And he said, yeah. I said, I'm going to tell a long story short. He said, come on with it. I said, you had asthma. He said, yeah, I got asthma. I said, when I was 8-9 years old, I read that you had asthma. And I played football. I was a running back. When I read that you had asthma, I said, he did it, I'm going to do it. He said, oh, wow. I said, no, it gets better than that. I said, I saw you run a touchdown, and when you scored the touchdown, you pointed to the sky and you looked up, and I knew what you were doing. I said, when I seen you do it from that moment on, I knew what I wanted to do. And I told him, I said, I did what I did in the boxing ring because of the thing I saw you do when you scored a touchdown. And so I'm just saying all that to say, that was, I believe, one of my purposes in life. Being a Christian and being taught by my mom at a young age, whatever we do, we have to do it to glorify God. And when I saw him point to the sky, it was like in that moment I was hearing what she said to me as a kid, and I was like, that's what I'm gonna do. And so you guys would always see my dad and I get on our knees before a fight, after a fight. You'd always see us swaying and things like that. If you guys were ever in the back room and there was a camera in the back room that may have caught our prayer before we went out, man, put your faith and your trust in God, and anything is possible. You might be getting in the elevator, leaving a party way sooner and earlier than you're supposed to, and magic just happens. God will give it to you, if you put your trust and your faith in God. So I really did, man. That's a whole nother story, but the reason why I bring that up is because this was a party that my wife, and I'm gonna just go ahead and tell, my wife and I were really going back and forth about whether or not we were gonna go to this party. And when it was all said and done, I said, listen, let's go. I got some things I want to do, and as soon as we do it, we get it done, we out.
The quicker we get there, quicker we leave.
Bro, we got there at like 9:45. I'm gonna just testify a little bit real quick. We got there like 9:45. The Fontaine, busy, because this is the newest hotel, and that's going
Fountain Blue.
Fountain Blue, yeah. Everything's going on. The Fountain Blue, everything's going on. We pulled into the wrong lane to go into the valet. We sat in this lane for like 35, 40 minutes just to get to the valet, and then we get there and we find out we in the wrong lane. but he still took the cars. And my dad right behind us, and he took the cars. You know what I mean? We get to the red carpet, and our names ain't even on the list. And somebody's standing right there says, you guys have wonderful energy. We'll make it happen for you. You know what I mean? So I feel like God has always had his hand on me all the way to the point where I was even able to meet a hero of mine. You know what I mean? So keep looking to the stars. Keep looking to heaven. Keep praying. Have faith. And keep believing in yourself. Keep setting them goals. And keep conquering them goals one goal at a time. This is the PorterWay.
Stay blessed.
Theater here in downtown Los Angeles. Brought to you by Shawn Porter Promotions.